Hello everyone, this is Dion Soul. I hope everyone is doing well. Well, today we are in the Embraer 110 and there's been a new patch with version 3.2, and I just wanted to do a quick little overview of what the changes were, the noticeable changes that I have seen, and then get in the airplane and fly this airplane from Scottsdale, Arizona at our current location to San Diego at KSAN Lindbergh Field. Lambeau Field. No, I don't think there's a Lambeau Field. I think that's football. But anyway, so we're going to go that way, and we're going to land over there. And so without further ado, I want to go ahead and talk about what has changed. I'm going to try to do this fast just so we don't have a lot of time not in the air. But what has changed in the airplane is that the developer, it looks like, has seen my video, because it's just awfully coincidental that I'm seeing all these changes. But again, there's lots of people, so it may not be just me. But it's just kind of odd that all the attention to detail that I put out on my videos, like I did in my last video, that now we have the hook that I talked about is now static on the fuselage. So kudos to the developer for actually listening to their users, and i.e. me and others, and actually put it on. Boy, I sound like I'm full of myself, i.e. me, and yeah, it's like I'm the end all be all, right? Not. But anyway, so that's pretty much the size of it there, is that this is that is static on the fuselage, which is great, that hook. So that's attention to detail, and I appreciate Dreamfoil Creations by listening to users such as us to make that happen. I went ahead and plugged into the GPU just to save a little bit of time, and I also went ahead and removed all of the ground effects, because that hasn't changed. Everything is still the same there. The nose compartment doors haven't changed. They're still the way they are, so nothing really to report about that. The hitbox for the door has not been realized. You still have to go into the fictitious area to be able to open the door, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I guess it's a little hard for them to be able to put a double hook or a double way to be able to enter the door from a role-playing perspective. Anyway, so like I said, another thing that I noticed is that they tightened up the door with the fuselage now, so they are both right to get. They're nice and tight, no air gaps anymore, which is awesome. So, like I say again, just developer listening to the community, and that's just awesome. And then we'll go ahead and get in here in PIC, and so as you can see right now, in pilot and command chair, everything looks kind of the same. The only difference is the fact that they actually made this the nose pitch trim are now are in unison with the same limits of X-Plane, and also they changed the graphics up a little bit and added a little graphic there and made this static, where the button this doesn't move with you, which is cool. So all of this is good, and I'm pretty pleased with that. That's really nice that they did that for us, as I'm sitting here trying to put my nose trim, pitch trim, up to where it needs to be. We'll go ahead and leave that off for the moment. The only thing that they have not changed this is normally. The props are normally yellow, and I made them blue just because to keep it in uniform with the rest of airplanes in my fleet, along with my SciTech equipment. In other words, I made it standard, and that's nothing special there. Turning on the switch. Let me go ahead and turn on the avionics. Go ahead and turn on because we are on ground power right now anyway. So we'll go ahead and turn on the avionics. We'll go ahead and flip our artificial horizon, set that. We'll turn our hydraulic pumps on. We'll go ahead and throw some air in here. Switch this to make sure this is switched to automatic, and it looks like it already is. And I'll go to around 20. Fans are on. I still don't know what hot mic means. I don't know if that's related to actually microphones, as in microphones, or that's representing something that has to do with something else. So I don't know why I'm sure there's a reason for it. I just haven't been able to find it. I actually tried to search on the internet for it, and I couldn't find it because all the descriptions I ran into on doing a quick Google search was hot mic, meaning what I already know, which means the microphone is open. You know, that you have an open mic that's, you know, everybody hears what you say, that type of thing. Not the actual comm panels now work in uniform. So if you switch, you know, you switch it on. If I switch over here, we'll get our information.
1600 Zulu weather. Wind calm.
While we're doing this, we're taking off at runway 003, and we have Foxtrot. Okay. So at any rate, so that's working just fine. Let's see, what else did I see? Did I see any other changes? I didn't really see any other changes other than the fact that they did make the comm panels uniform, which is good, and all the other stuff I just previously mentioned. Those are about the other minor fixes, and the fact that now the engine management is a lot better, and you'll see that as I get everything ready to go here. So I guess without further ado, going to San Diego, we need to just go ahead and make sure that our flight plan is ready to go, and it is. I prepped the flight plan before I started recording. So let me go ahead and select on that, and I'll go ahead and hit direct just to let the GPS know that I'm serious. So fine there. Now the GPS knows we're serious. GPS is already set, and our throttles are all freely moving, so we're good to go there. I don't see anything else starting us from actually starting this airplane. So let me go ahead and turn on fuel pumps. Get the fuel pumps ready to go because I'll start these things rather shortly. And we'll go ahead and throw our taxi light, our beacon light, navigation lights, no smoking, seat belts, pitot heat, the panels, inverters, initial separators, and start engine number 2. Number 2 is setting up here. It is looking good. Got engine number 2. Put our radar to standby, and are we settled out? I think we are settled out now. Yes, we are. We are settled out. So we'll go ahead and turn our generator on. I get the right button. There we go. Generator is on. Now let's go ahead and hit engine number 2. I'm doing this kind of fast just to save some time in the video. So I apologize if I'm going too fast. A lot of times what people do is they'll watch my videos and they'll actually speed me up, where they'll go, you know, 0.25 or 0.5 or 2 or double the speed of my video, and you can still understand me because I do talk kind of slow, and I apologize for that. But that seems to work out pretty well, and hey, as long as everybody's happy with it, I'm happy with it. So we got generator going, we got this on, we are good to go there. So we'll go ahead and remove we'll go to battery. Now we are on battery. Should be charging the battery. We have no lights. Lights are good. All right. So I don't see anything else that is stopping us from actually pulling. Tiller wheel is on, light is on. That means we have nose tiller movement. Okay. I'm sure I forget something. I'll know about it. So let's go ahead and put our, let's go ahead and do our, because we're here on the ground, let's go ahead and just do our run up right here. We'll take it up to right around 780 degrees Celsius. reason why I'm not pushing it more than that is because I had one flight that I did yesterday, as of this post. I got in the air, and then I end up, just because of I stayed at a constant 780 temperature, I still end up blowing the airplane anyway. So it's just the gray, or the yellow area on your temps is just how long. It's just a matter of time before it burns the engines up, basically. So try to stay out of the yellow. Low end of the yellow, you could probably get away with it longer, but the high end of the yellow, yeah, you want to be careful. We're actually doing 760 or 776 right now. So let me go ahead and back that off. And then we'll go ahead and put our props and our conditioner all the way up to max. Make sure it's at full, settles down. Then I'll go ahead and release the parking brake. GoPro cam looks good. Looks like our GoPro is ready to go. So we're set to go there. Alright. Go ahead and release the parking brake. And we'll go ahead and get towards runway 3. So, I hope everyone is doing well, been doing fine, just been flying this airplane, did fly the 732 yesterday as well, just to make some little money for the company on Flight Jobs Network. Trying to work my way up and building another, or buying another hub that we can fly to get some perks for having a hub. A KWJF, Lancaster, California for Solus Wings is our main hub. And I'm slowly building it up. I'm just trying to decide where I want to go next. Because this is a regional / charter service for the most part. I've been taking medium-sized airports. You know, like Scottsdale wouldn't be a bad airport for me to actually create a hub for. With this particular airplane right here, about 300 nautical miles is about as far as I want to go with this airplane. I found that if I go anything further, I have to really reduce my fuel down, and it limits me right off the bat. I'm already I'm carrying 1,740. Matter of fact, I need to I just realized I did not activate Flight Jobs yet, so I need to do that. Once we get parked here, I'll go ahead and activate Flight Jobs and get that going for us, because I like to get paid. So we're going to pretend that we've already got the passengers already in the airplane, and we'll just come over here to the old short line. And we'll go ahead and activate Flight Jobs. Refresh and hit start. There we go. That's what it was. Okay, I just didn't hit save. Alright, so now we're good to go. Cool beans. Now we can go out and fly. And we'll go ahead and make sure indicated airspeed is set at 125. Let's make sure that our flight director is set. Flight director is set. We'll line up and wait just a second here as I make sure everything else is set on my autopilot. Get up here towards the numbers. Alright. So, altitude, indicated airspeed, GPS. 8,500 feet is going to be our top of climb. We're going to do 125 knots indicated as our climb. Our climb speed. So, I don't think I'll go flaps 1. Make sure that we are set on our... We need to be set right around 2 or so on the XHSI, which just puts us almost towards the first tick on up. You know, not quite, but almost there. So that's about where we want to be as far as our nose trim. With the amount of weight I'm carrying, I am fully loaded. Matter of fact, let's go over here real quick and make sure we are fully loaded, and we are. We got 2 hours and 16 minutes of fuel left, so we gotta get going. Okay, so we are good to go there. I'll go ahead and give her some juice. Make sure we don't go over about 780 or so. And we are off the ground. Make sure we get positive climb. Maintain positive climb, by the way. And flying it at the moment. Turn away from the mountains. Autopilot is on and functioning. Gear up. Flaps up. And I forgot to turn my lights on. Figures. I knew I always forget something, you know? Checklist, checklist, checklist. Commercial separators off. Ignition on. Generators on. Everything looks good there. All lights are on. Quick spin around the airplane. Look at the environment around us. There is our airport. We are good to go. Cool airplane. Very, very cool airplane. I like it. Climbing at 135 knots instead of 125. We got to get our ATC action going on here. Get this over to standby to on. It's going to intercept the radial to, well, the GPS, I should say. So climbing at 1,100 feet. As it's slowly making its turn. EGT is 777 degrees Celsius, so prop RPM is 2200 of prop RPM. Start dialing that back down. We'll take it down to 2150. We'll go ahead and turn our prop sync on. Right around 2100 RPM. As we continue to climb. Out in the distance, you will see Phoenix Sky Harbor, and then the downtown Phoenix, which explained is not populating a lot of the buildings. Just too far away for that. Burning 65 gallons an hour on each tank, or each engine. And once I get up to cruising altitude of 8,500 feet, we'll adjust all that to try to get a better fuel economy. Cycle the views, have a look around, see what's out there as we're doing our climb. Because orthos are awesome. Take a look on the other side, see what's out here. Desert. Lots and lots of desert. There's a shopping center down there. Hey, got an S. Guess S for Scottsdale, Arizona, I guess. That's pretty cool. Got a man-made little water park thing over there, whatever that may be. That's probably Highway 17, I'm guessing. I did not turn on my sim buddy, so I don't know what that is. Very nice. Very, very nice. As I'm sitting here yawning, I apologize for that. Go to GoPro cam. It's like Interstate 10, possibly, what that is. Very cool. Very, very good. And we are at max altitude already. I'm going to pull back on the props here and get it into cruise, which is 80. I usually go anywhere between 83% is what it says. $85 or so. There's 85% right there. Temperature, we're still at 777. And you can see on the GPS right there, we're slowly working our way to our first waypoint. We'll pass Goodyear, and then we'll just go on down the road. The highway in the sky. Alrighty, well then I think we are good to go here. I'm just going to leave this like this, and then we'll go ahead and I'll catch you guys on the other side. We'll just zip on through, and then we'll come back, and then we'll land on runway 27, more than likely. I don't know for sure yet, but runway 27 possibly in San Diego at Lindbergh Field. So we'll catch you guys on the other side. Alrighty everyone, as you can see, we are currently descending and getting down to where we need to be. I went ahead and popped the RPMs up right there. Let me turn it down just a bit. We're coming into El Cajon, California right now. That's where we're at. Looking to see if there's anything to see. No, not really. Not much. But anyway, I see we've got a little bit of cloud cover here as we're coming in. We're supposed to be at 2,700 feet once we get to... I don't even know how to pronounce that. But we're going to hit the localizer. Matter of fact, I need to bring up, or I need to get what the localizer is, 110.90. What it's going to be. I need to switch to heading mode. And I've been getting that a lot too, that not loading in the global packages properly, which is weird, but whatever. And I need to switch to the localizer here in a minute, once I intercept it. as we are descending on down. ETA landing in San Diego is about 6 minutes. Of course, that's what it says on my flight plan. There's Santee and KSEE, which is Santee El Cajon. Back in my childhood, used to live out this way. That mall is a pretty good sized mall too. That's the 67 right there. That's Interstate 8 right there. Looking to see if I can find the barbecue pit. Okay, the barbecue pit is probably going to be right there where my mouse is right now as we are going past it. Right there. That's, I think, is the barbecue pit. That's the last, the really good restaurant right there where my mouse is. I recommend, if you are in El Cajon, California, look up barbecue pit. Barbecue sauce is really good for Southern California. And I'm sure people say, well, hey, if you go to Louisiana and blah, blah, blah. And I understand that. I understand that fully. But anyway, then there's Highway 25 right there. Or 125, I should say, kind of coming on around. Intercept the 805 and then the 5, but the 5 will be the last freeway before we actually, and it looks like we are going to be, I need to get some lights on going too, by the way. Some lights on. Inertial separator, I'll wait to the last minute. And off over there's Mexico. Mexico. And get our speed down here. Gotta get below 146 knots so I can deploy the gear. There it is. Gear deployed. And then we will take this thing on down to 700 feet per minute. Lapse 1. Try to retain our speed. Right around 115 knots or so. Taxi lights on, inertial separator on. See if I can fly this a little bit, land this a little better. 'Cause my last few landings have been crap, to be frankly blunt and honest. I'm lined up with the localizer. There's San Diego. May have to raise my nose up a little bit so I can see. There we go. I could tell already this is going to be one of those situations where it's a last second, boom, it's right there. Pull up, pull up. So far, so good. Keep my nose up so I can see. That's fine. I am at 89 knots, so I am lining kind of slow. Whoa! That's going to be a nice, healthy landing. I hit the reset button on accident on the... but we'll recover here. Gonna run out of real estate really quick. Well, 125 is not bad. I have better with this airplane. But we did get it on the ground. That's the most important part. Let's see, let's go over... Actually, we need to cross and go the other side. We don't need... We're supposed to be way down over there. Finish doing cleanup. We can cross right here at B6, I guess it is. And cross at B6. Yeah, I should be seeing some airplanes landing for some reason. What's up with that? I got my X-Life on. Guess it didn't turn on for me. I guess I shouldn't hit that button either. I should be seeing airplanes flying in here. Uh-oh, I hope I didn't screw it up. I'll give it a second. Oh, we'll cross the runway. I don't see any airplanes. Anything in the air? Nothing in the air. Yeah, there's one in the air. Let's go right over here. We'll park, and that'll be the end of it. And then the flight will be complete. Alright. Go ahead and slow everything down, get everything set, brake set, taxi light off, navigation beacon still on, external power, and inertial separator off. And we need to turn off the engines. Engine 2, engine 1, refresh. Generators off, inverters need to feel off because we got power. And seat belts off, off. Actually, we can leave that on because we're still gotta get people out. I'll leave the AC on. landings going on there. Very good. X-Life is working. Refresh and end the flight. Flight was successful. Watch the airplanes land while we're finishing things up. And let's go on over to flight jobs. Flight jobs, refresh, done. Profile. Pay. We made $1,900 for myself. For the company, we made $2,400. $9.10. So it's been hovering right around like $9.25 a mile is what this airplane's been costing me. So, you know, that's just the way it is. So, watch X-Life do its thing. But anyway, so yeah, very good. Made a little bit of scratch. Let's switch to tower view. Tower view. Thank you all very much for watching. It is most appreciated. Like, subscribe, donate, all that happy stuff that everybody says at the end. I need to go edit this video, so I'll catch you guys on the next X-Plane Adventures. Very cool. When X-Life works, it's awesome.